Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Lina and I am trying to do some sort of an intro. Welcome back to another video and my ever first so-called reading vlog. I am now talking to you after I filmed the vlog, but it's a try and an attempt. And let me tell you, I did not have those lights in the start of the video, so you will see lots of dark footage. But if you're here for that, that's cool, because I was too. In my vlog, I am reading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I've already read some bits of the book before I start the vlog, but it wasn't a lot, so that's where I'm starting at, and you will see me right now. Hello and welcome to my probably first check-in ever. It is Monday around 11:20 p.m. and I am done with the day. Totally done with the day. I have been studying in the morning. After that, I went to a friend's house and we played Life is Strange Part 2, I think. This took so much out of my day that I did not really get to read a lot. And I really mean I did not read anything by this. I read about 10 pages, but one aspect that I can and will talk about for The Starless Sea is that like in between the chapters of the main story are some pages with different kinds of stories. I would like to call them short stories, in some way connected to the main story, but it feels like in a very light touch kind of way, so like barely connected, or like background stories, or I don't know. They are short stories and they are distracting me from the main story, which is so sad. I'm really unhappy about it. The thing is that I really, as I mentioned like a couple of times, I'm really not into short stories. It takes me a lot of time to get into a story, and with short stories, by the time that I'm like into the universe, it's already over and I cannot enjoy that. Still like the book, like I still like the main story. I'm very interested in the main story. I just wish it wouldn't be interrupted by the short story that much. So I'm going to go to bed now and probably going to read for another half an hour or so and see how much I will get done in that half hour. And tomorrow in the morning I will have a doctor's appointment, which will probably knock me out for the rest of the day, but I should be clear for anything that is not stressful, and hopefully this includes some reading. So that's it, I guess. My camera is also saying goodbye now, so see you tomorrow. Hello again. It is currently 6:20 p.m. on a Tuesday, so it's been a good amount of a day already, and I haven't been reading anything so far. But I've now got some spare time and I decided to use it to do some reading. Yesterday I actually did not keep to the half an hour that I set out for myself. So I read way too much and I went to bed way too late. But I do not regret a single second of that. It was worth it because I am now on page 200, which is like 50 pages more than like I was at the time that I filmed yesterday. And I'm pretty happy about this, and I have some new thoughts about the book so far. And like, unfortunately, one of the main thoughts that I have is that I wished that the space that was used to kind of have the short stories in the book would have been used to add more details to the main story. I mean, it's a main story. It's not said that the story that is like actually the most coherent one and the one that is having all the cliffhangers and playing in the now time, that this one is the main story. I'm just making it out to be the main story. I just wish that it would have like more to it than what it does now, because it's turning into something movie-like. It's turning into a kind of blockbuster-ish plot. I don't know, I'm missing a bit of originality here at this point, but for some reason I don't want to downplay this story, okay? Because the thing is, I do enjoy it. It is action-packed, it is fast-paced at the moment, and I like it. It's just what I want to read right now. I cannot say anything bad about the story. It's super. I like it. It's a good escape. Let's say it like that. Except for the short stories. And that's still my main point, which I can't get over. I think that they really throw me out of the flow of reading. It's still hard for me to get into the new stories in between the chapters. But what I've noticed is that the short stories are starting to interact with each other. So that was cool. I'm hoping that it will get more and more intertwined, and that it will all end up being like a overall very big multi-layered kind of story somehow. But now I want to read this, so I will be reading it, right? That's how this works. I'm so sorry, but I've just recently bought like a remote for the camera, so that I don't have to get up and press the button every time that my camera stops recording, which she does about every 12 minutes or so, and it's such a relief. I wouldn't have guessed at all. So, update. I am now on page 256 and it's starting to get really confusing, but at least the stories in between what I thought would be the main story are actually quite enjoyable right now because they are referring to each other. So there's not multiple short stories anymore, but there's like one other story going on in between the chapters. So it's like two storylines next to each other. So far, I am really not sure what to think of this because it is so different from what I expected. I expected this to be like very action-packed, like from where I started to read, it seemed like it's going to be one action scene after the next one and a kind of typical fantasy hero story. But it's turning more into a mystery, magical, places of wonder story. At the end of this, I feel like I'm either totally confused or I will feel like this is brilliant and every individual strand of story will make sense. Okay, it could go either way, I feel like. Or completely different. I don't know. That's how I feel right now. I am out of words. Yo, I filmed the first part of this and then I checked my audio and turns out my audio was not on, so I have to do this again. But fortunately I have not opened it yet. So as you can see, I've got a package. In there is cat food and like the thing where cats go to the toilet to. And you know, I thought about unpacking this. I just had the realization that I could put my camera a little bit more back into the room. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's early. And Charlie has joined us. Wow. Do you want to know what's in there? No, you just want to have the box, right? So. Is everything fine now? I hope so. Okay, I'm doing this. Oh no. Now I know why it was like why there was falling stuff out of it, because the thing that I put into my cat toilet has a hole in it, so there's stuff coming out of it. So I can fix this. I will get some tape and just put some tape over it and then try to lift this out of the box. I'm really glad that I like cut it open from this side to see that there was a cut. Now, come to think of it, I might as well have made the cut myself with the X-Acto knife. I feel so stupid. It was me. Oh my god. Who am I blaming, like, I don't know, people who put it there with a cut in it? It was just me opening it from the wrong side all along. So, let's move on. What else do I have here? It's a mess in here, yo. Okay, so I bought quite a lot of snacks. Like salmon or chicken. He loves chicken. Never mind. I got some snacks. Some other snacks. It's probably some Christmassy special edition. Next up, I have cat food. More cat food. Oh look! More cat food. And another snack. Chicken and liver. Let's see how this goes. And then I have the most millennial thing ever, which is a Christmas calendar for my cat. Meow around the Christmas tree. Some complimentary cat food And then this, which is some more cat food. So, I guess that's it for my little haul. And I will see you when I finally will be reading. Just the quickest of check-ins. I am now on page 300 and I am feeling it. Like, this book turns into so much more than I believed it would in the beginning, and it's so cool. And like the short stories that I complained about in the beginning of the vlog, yeah, I feel very bad about complaining because, yeah, sure, I'm not a fan of interruption when I want to continue a story. And I still think that the beginning was very confusing, which probably is intentional because, like, you have to start somewhere. I get it. But I'm glad that I dug through because I was almost at the verge of giving up. That's how much of a struggle short stories are for me. And yes, this is a but, just for your information. Now I'm happy that I read those stories and then it all becomes like a full-on complete story in itself with a kind of multi-layered scheme. I like it. I really like it. It's about to blow my mind, I think. Okay, so I have to go to class now. See you later. Wow, my mic's been on the whole time. What a waste of battery. Hello and welcome again. So this vlog is turning more and more into a haul than into a reading vlog. So I've been not reading today so far, but I have been receiving some parcels which I was waiting for, and I want to show you because it has something to do with the video. So I received a ring light, which means that hopefully my videos will be a little bit brighter. Yeah, I ordered this along with the book that I mentioned in my previous video from Amazon, which is Bad Me, Shame on Me. I couldn't find it somewhere else, and it was also the cheapest option, and I am a broke bitch. But if you have the money and the possibilities, I would encourage you to do better than me and not order from Amazon. Now, I wanna deflect the focus from me being a hypocrite and move it on to opening the package in which the book arrived. And you are going to be doing it with me. So. Woo! No, you know what? I'm so happy that I got this. It's my November read for the Goodreads group, which is an Amazon brand, so back to being a hypocrite. But I do enjoy their selection and I'm really stoked about this one. So, The Zodiac Killer by W.L. Knightley. And I saw that there are many books titled The Zodiac Killer, and this is the only one that I could just get off of Amazon. So I'm curious in how this is going to be, because I don't know, there's this Netflix movie called The Zodiac Killer. Does that have anything to do with this book, or is it based on another book, or is it something complete, like, unique and on its own? I don't know. Please, somebody tell me. I will now try and assemble some light and maybe get back to reading once I did. Now you can see every little blemish that I've got. That's cool. I mean, I don't know if I want that. Oh man. I don't know if I should look in this thing. It looks very bright. My eyes need to get used to it. It's hurting to look in the direction of the camera. Well, it's a big light. I don't know what to say. Let's try brighter. Brighter! Now I can't see anything. Yeah, I don't know, yo. But I can't look at the camera if it's that bright. I wonder if I could turn off my main light now without the room being too dark. It looks so cozy! Finally! Woohoo! I think I will go back to reading now. And with now I mean for the first time in the day. And yeah. I love doing a reading vlog. I do get to read so much. Okay, a real quick update because I'm only like 10 pages in and I'm already noticing two things. First of all, it's getting very cinematic again. So there are another couple of action scenes which seem to just chase each other. So there is action scene after action scene. There was just a much calmer tone in storytelling. And now it's starting to get very hasty again. And the second thing that I noticed was that I am not really digging the relationships that are coming to show in the story. Like one in particular that I feel like is just very like it has no ground to stand on. So there are like basically two random people meeting, and I'm not saying that love at first sight does not exist. It's just so ridiculous to me to actually, for one person to actually be like, I love you after the second time or third time that they see the other person. To me, it's almost a guarantee that in a book directed at a younger audience, there must be a kind of love interest. Because people are here for it, especially young people. They still believe in love and something like that. No, don't. I'm not saying you shouldn't believe in love. I do myself, okay? So, anyway. And you know, just in case, you should not get it twisted. I am really enjoying this book, okay? I know it does not sound like it, but it feels like it, and I cannot give my feeling to you, so I have to tell you, like, I'm really enjoying this, even though it has its flaws, but it's pretty good. So, as I said, I will see you later with or without an update, maybe with another haul. No, I spent too much money. No, not another haul. I will see you later. So I just wanted to update you that yesterday I think I did not film, and if it was a very short clip, which I'm not sure to include in the video. But basically today I have to administer the majority of my time to university work. I have to finish a project, a group project, which I'm really thankful by now, because it doesn't mean that I have to come up with everything by myself. But still, it's a lot of effort, and I feel like it's going to take a while. But right now I've got about an hour or so that I could take for some reading time. My deadline for finishing the book, it's a self-set deadline, so it's not that important, but my personal deadline for finishing the book was on Friday, which was yesterday. And I have still a good amount of pages to go, you know? So I'm not sure if I will make it today. I will try, but maybe I will not manage to finish it until tomorrow. It's 140 pages, I think. So I'm on page 360. It could be possible. It is definitely possible. I would like it to be possible. And then I have to edit, which I wanted to do on Sunday. Now I'm just making plans in front of my camera, you know? Okay, whatever. I've got an hour. I will be reading this. So, hello and welcome to me wearing the same sweater as 5 days ago. I wish I could say that I washed it since we saw each other last time, but I didn't. So anyway, I am the only one who can smell me right now, so it really shouldn't bother you. Unless you see some tomato sauce stains or some cat hairs on my sweater, in which case I can only say, like, you don't have to look at me, you can listen to me. Deal? Deal. Okay, so I haven't been really in front of a camera because there was too much stress lately. But with this final clip, I just want to tell everyone that I've finished the Starless Sea. I have finally finished the Starless Sea, but the ending took me a while. I don't know how to wrap this up, so I'm just gonna start talking about it. You noticed that throughout the video I was happy with some things and not happy with other things. And this stayed like that until the end. I was overly okay with the story. I found that some parts were mystical and magical enough for me to evoke some sort of interest into the story. And I was kind of feeling this vibe of, I don't know, a very magical story, you know? It's kind of a feeling of not knowing what to come, because there could be literally anything possible. And although the book managed to evoke this feeling, it also unfortunately did not make it last, because by the end I was quite uninterested. I noticed that it took me ages to read a chapter, and I have to mention that the chapters are only 4 to 5 pages long, so it really shouldn't have taken me that long. But something was just kind of not making me want to read on. And I just knew that if I was to start another book, and so kind of scrapping this whole video again, I would never return to it. And so I wanted to make it through. And it took me 5 days longer than I anticipated it. So I don't know what that says for the book. Nothing in particular, because, you know, sometimes you have to be in the mood to read something, and I definitely wasn't by the end. So I don't know. I was really struggling to see where the whole thing was going. And after a certain point of some events happening, I also found it pointless to go on, but it made sense for the people who wanted to know how it ended, you know? Because if it had been for me, I wouldn't have needed the last 50 pages. They were just there for people who were questioning what will happen. And I actually thought that it would have been better if the story was left unended. Because, I don't know, at some place it actually reached this moment of full circle for me. And after that I was like, yeah, thanks, I'm good now. We don't need to go on. But then it kept dragging me for the next 3 days. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm still reading about the same thing, huh? But that's how it goes. Okay. I don't know if that is enough. I hope so. But I would like to now film my introduction then bring this whole vlog to an end. And then, you know, have some time for myself and read something that I really look forward to. Which I don't know which one it will be, but you will see. So with that said, I guess that I have nothing left to say. So I'd say bye.